Hey guys, so today we're going to be talking about the Brevo email platform. If you are considering using this campaign or this platform, you should watch this video and consider some of these basic setup configurations and requirements that are going to help increase your email deliverability and make sure it's the right fit for you. So first off, if you're comparing Brevo to one of the top email providers, let's say Mailchimp, Brevo is cheaper, and also Mailchimp has very strict security parameters, so you can't use Mailchimp for a lot of industries. People don't know that. So I actually have a full video on Mailchimp and a lot of people getting banned by Mailchimp. So if you're having an issue with Mailchimp, Brevo may be the other option for you just because of the niche that you're in, but then also you have the cost too. So those are both things to consider. The other thing with Brevo is their robust API integrations. And as you can see here on the screen, we have built out some really complex and advanced automations based off of webhooks and conversions that are happening for our clients. But most importantly, when you want to get started in just a few minutes, what you have to do is make sure that you have the right settings in place. When you first get started with Brevo, you're going to see a dashboard that looks something like this. You're going to, in addition to setting up your account's basic fields, which are important as you go through the setup, you also need to set up a sender, domain, or dedicated IP. Setting up your senders and your domains properly are going to allow you to send out emails with a higher deliverability rate, with more consistency, and to make sure that everything's just getting delivered. So if you do have a big automation flow, or if you're sending out thousands of emails per day, whatever that business requirement that you're fulfilling, what you should do is go through all the security measures that Brevo has so that you can validate your DKIM signature or your DMARC records. As you'll see here, in this account, the DKIM signature has not been validated and the DMARC policy is not available. Now, in this case, the client was using the domain with another provider and we just haven't gone through the steps. I'll leave a link in the comments below, but you can also follow Brevo's documentation. What I really like about their documentation is they're very clear about you cannot send emails from a Gmail, Yahoo, or kind of like a third party like that. It should be from a domain that you own. Here's a pro tip for you guys. If you are planning on setting up emails for the first time, you don't have a track record, don't use your main domain. So let's say you're using example.com for your website. Don't use example.com, use example.co or example.net or example.info. But do not use your primary domain, because if you make a mistake and get your domain blacklisted for spamming or for too much emails, you don't want to do that on your primary domain. So that's definitely something to consider, but always consult a professional. Once you have your domain in place, you can authenticate your domain with Brevo. They make it really easy. What I recommend doing is having your domain registrar open, because they have an automatic verification process. So let's say if you're using GoDaddy or Namecheap or any of the popular domain registrars, or even Google domains, just open up in that same browser so you can connect and verify automatically. So to connect your domain automatically, you're going to go over to the domains tab and click on add a domain. Right here, I'm just going to put example.com, click on add. So here you're going to have the option to authenticate the domain yourself. Sometimes you'll also see another option to authenticate the domain automatically. The only problem I have with authenticating your domain automatically is that it's going through a third-party provider. If you have a domain registrar that has a lot of different domains in it, and that third party gets hacked, your data is at risk. So what we did as a security precaution, we decided to authenticate the domains ourselves, and we went through and put in all of the Brevo code records, and we went through and put in all the text records, the DKIM records, and the DMARC record as well. Once you have that entered into your DNS with your registrar for the domain, ideally, again, for a domain that is dedicated to your email sending, you will have your DKIM and your DMARC both authenticated. This is really going to help your email deliverability. Once you have your domain authenticated and you have a sender set up in place, now you're ready to start sending. We have another video that explains how to set up your sending with your contacts, your contact list, your templates, and pretty much everything you need to get going. So I'm going to link that probably at the end of the video. You'll be able to see that. But I really like the way Brevo has their basic configurations. If you do not set up your DKIM or your DMARC, you could be making a huge mistake because it could impact your deliverability. So definitely pay attention to DMARC and DKIM and avoid these common mistakes when setting up your campaign, and then get into the more advanced automations and setups that are going to help you run your business more smoothly. If you guys did enjoy this video, please do leave a like and subscribe, and I recommend watching this video right up here.